What's going on, guys? It's that time of year, turkey time. Now, I'm sure in the past, you always had your grandma's turkey, she put it in the oven, came out dry, and you needed a bucket of gravy to get it to go down your throat. Well, today we're gonna inject it, put it in the smoker, and I promise you, you will not have that problem. So what we got here is a 12-pound butterball turkey. You can find it at any grocery store. It just so happened I found this one at Target when my fiance was dragging me all around there. It's about 89 cents a pound. Can't beat that. On the topic of brining or injection, I don't brine, and a lot of times with these you don't need to brine. If you look on the label, it'll talk about how it's in a salt solution. Where is it? Right there. Contains up to 8% of blah 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 blah. Basically that means you don't need to brine it. So let's cut into it. You're going to want to start by removing the neck and the giblets. The neck is generally located right inside the cavity while the giblets are a little further up, so you might have to do some digging. You can either discard these or you can use them to make a gravy. Alright, so now that we got the giblets and the neck out, we're going to trim it up. There's not a lot of trimming to do. Basically, there's this like tail piece there. We'll get rid of that. And then there's normally a little skin flap there from the neck. We'll get rid of that. First thing, we're going to flip it over because this side is going to be laying down. We're going to season this side first. For a binder, we're just going to use some spray canola oil. You could use, you could just pour some olive oil on and spread it around, but this is a little bit easier. Spreads a little bit nicer. We're going to start with an equal mixture of salt and pepper. We're going to do Meat Church's The Gospel Seasoning. I've never had it. It was at my local barbecue place, so I'm going to give it a shot. Now we're going to flip it. Alright, so on this side, the first thing we're going to start off with is an injection. This is Zatarain's Cajun injection. You could make your own, but this stuff's delicious. It's easy. It'll skip you a step. So shake her up real good. By the way, these come with an actual injection thing, but I bought my own just so I can feel professional, fancy. Basically what you're going to want to do is just go do little spots throughout the breast. This is what's going to keep it nice and moist. We're going to use Susie Bullock's chicken seasoning. So the reason I didn't do this on the other side is this is more for presentation. You'll notice a lot of this stuff is just like powdered stuff. This has got some fresh herbs in it. That'll give it some texture. So it's mainly just for looks, but it'll add a little bit of flavor too. So now that we got it all seasoned up, we're going to tie these legs together. We're going to get the wings tucked in, and then we're going to get on our smoker. So I got the smoker at around 275 degrees. Today we're going to be smoking with some pecan. I find that's probably one of the best ways to go with chicken or turkey, so let's get her on the smoker. So, to keep an eye on the grate temperature, I always take a potato, cut it in half, and I will stick a probe through there. That way I know exactly what temperature it is at the grate. Alright, and then don't forget the water pan. And close her up and walk away. so we're about 1.5 hours into the cook. I got a probe in the deepest part of the breast saying it's at 152, so we're gonna check the rest of the bird. Breast needs to be at 165. The legs you want around 175. So let's see where the legs are at. So we're at 140, 134 there. Alright, so since the legs are behind, we're gonna flip the bird, get the legs towards the firebox, and hopefully speed up the cook on the legs. Alright, so it's been about 3 hours and our bird has finally hit 165 degrees in the breast. Let's check her out. Ooh, she's looking good. Alright, let's check the temperature of the leg. About 180. So she's good to come off. Alright, so we got the bird off. I know you just want to dig in, but of course you got to let it rest. So, as a foil, wrap her up. We'll let it rest for about 20 to 30 minutes. Alright, it's rested for about half an hour, so let's dig in. Alright, let's give her a taste. That's how you do a turkey. No dried out grandma oven turkey. You get a lot of flavor from that Creole injection, that smoke from the pecan, all those seasonings. You should do that for Turkey Day. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, all that jazz. See you next time.